inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into tonight's live. I keep thinking today is Sunday for some odd reason. I don't know why. So if I say it's Sunday, I'm sorry. But welcome in everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tanya, or Titanium Built, if for those of you that are new. But if you're not new, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, welcome in. Let us know where you're from. I love to know where people are from. It's exciting because, you know, there's people all over the place. So I'm sorry. I keep clinking my rings together too. I don't mean to do that. But today we're going to be diving into the missing child case of Melodee Buzzard, 9 years old. So stick with me here. I'm going to pull up her missing flyer. We'll start with that. Actually, we'll start with saying hello to some people. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's say hi. Look at Princess Elsa in here being number one. I love it. I love it. She said she'll be back. I think she maybe came back. Hey, Ladybug. Yes, don't forget to hit that like. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Tracy. How you guys doing if you're back? Hey, Casey. Hey, Kitsy Cats. How you doing? Hey, Otto. It's good to see you, Otto. I don't get you for many lives. It seems like I always get you for the afterlives in the comments. So it's good to see you. Hopefully you're feeling good. Hey, Tempest. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. So like, oh, if you're talking to me, Ladybug, so like right now we're doing two streams. It's a new thing that StreamYard has come up. Oh, and there's Nancy has come up with. And basically it's good for creators because it gets us not only into our algorithm with our people that, know the channel, but the people that are just on the live feed, like sliding through will pop up over there as long as we get into the algorithm as well. So people will see us on both spots. And it's actually done pretty good for my videos so far. So not like excellent, but pretty good, I would say. So it could just get you a little more viewers. And if you are on the mobile and you want to come over to the regular app and you're like, how do I get out of this like mobile app? You just go to the three dots, go to your save, just hit save for later, and then go into your YouTube and go into your save for later videos, and it'll be right there. And you just click it and you're back into the regular world of YouTube. That's what I like about it. Or you can hit the like and go to your liked videos. That's what I usually do. Hey, dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. That's what I'm doing right now. I'll tell you that. Yeah. They have like live and yeah, it's crazy. Tell them people, Casey, stop calling and texting. Say, I'm busy. Hey, Nicole. Say, I'm busy watching Nancy. I got Nancy back here. And Tanya. I actually pulled her out tonight and I got to fix her little shirt here. She looks fine. She looks fine. She looks actually great in the video or the camera. We haven't had our Nancy out in a long, long, long time. But I was watching her episode today over this case. And I thought, we're going to bust out Nancy again. We're going to bust her out. So I will be live, though, tomorrow afternoon sometime to talk to you guys on the other channel. I didn't get to today. I got busy. So I will be over there. I was talking to Southern-ish or Ishi. So we were on the phone for a long time. There goes the dog. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It does help my little channel grow. And if you want to share the video out, that would be great as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over some like key facts and all that stuff with Melodee Buzzard and her mother, Ashlee. And then we're going to go into watching Nancy Grace and see what she has to say. We'll watch a little bit of her and we'll see how it goes. I have been in like the Facebook groups and stuff like that. I've been looking around, and I got into Renee's group. True Crime with Renee. Is that her name? True Crime with Renee? Well, Renee, True Crime Lullabies. I always think I always think of that's her name. So if you guys don't know who Melodee Buzzard is, this is just going to be a rundown of stuff that kind of facts that we know, but some of the stuff is going to be new. So we're going to cover the timeline, the new surveillance video, the road trip evidence, the mother's legal status, and the breakdown of Nancy Grace's video. So we're going to do all that tonight. Some key facts in this case: Melodee Buzzard is a 9-year-old girl from near Lompoc, California. And I think everyone has seen, where her mother lives and, where she's from, which to me, I'm wondering, and I don't know if anybody knows this in the chat, because I don't know if they've talked about it, but I wonder if her ex, I don't know if it was her husband that died or her boyfriend, but it was one or the other. I wonder if that was his home, or they bought that home together and she's just somehow keeping it, because living in California, no matter where you're living at, isn't cheap, right? So I'm just wondering how she's still living there. I don't know. Just kind of crazy to me. So if you have that answer, let me know. But authorities say that Melodee had not been seen in since approximately April, or I'm sorry, August. Don't know why I said April. Her mother, Ashlee Buzzard, she's 40. And she has a father, but he died in a motorcycle, I believe, a motorcycle or vehicle accident in 2016 when Melodee was an infant. So she lost her father very early. Timeline of the key events that's happened: October 7th, 2025. That's when we got the surveillance footage at the rental car location in Lompoc, California, that shows Ashlee Buzzard and Melodee together. They're both apparently, it looks like that they're wearing wigs in the photos. Let me see if I should have pulled that up, like, just so that people could see that. Of course, it's like, oh, here we go. Okay, so this is them at the rental car place. Now, I don't know why Melodee is wearing a wig, but if she is, where's all that curly hair like hiding? I mean, maybe her mom wrapped it up in a bun, really tight or something, like, because she has like, you just saw the picture before. She has beautiful curly hair. So I don't know. I don't know why she'd want to cover that up. But investigators do believe. So, okay, basically here at the car dealership, let me go back. They were wearing wigs. They went in, they rented a 2024 Chevy Malibu. They had California license plates on the vehicle. Later, around October 8th, the same car was seen with a New York license plate, and it was believed to be like, false or a swapped plate. It wasn't from the dealership. It was something that she had. So maybe old car she had. I don't know. But she swapped the plate. Now, when we listen to Nancy Grace, there's going to be people that were at a gas station that are going to swear that they saw Ashlee Buzzard, but they didn't see Melodee with her. So I don't remember the date that they said that, but I want to know the date, because that would be that would work. That would be that would get us somewhere. But because they said that the license plates were California license plates, so it would have been before she swapped the license plates out. So investigators believe the road trip may have gone as far as Nebraska, including going through Kansas. They went through a lot of states. October the 9th was the last confirmed sighting of Melodee per surveillance. It was in a region between the Colorado-Utah border, and that was per the sheriff's office. After the trip, Ashlee returned to her Lompoc residence without Melodee. So I don't know if it's the neighbor's surveillance video that shows her and Melodee leaving together that day. And then they got them here, at the car rental place. And then they have her in the Utah, Colorado border. But then, a couple of days later, let's say she starts going back and she doesn't, the cameras are not picking up Melodee. And let's say she gets all the way home and then she gets out of the car by herself. I don't know if that's what they've got, but they've got something, So the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, they consider Melodee an at-risk missing person as of right now. Her mother, Ashlee, has reportedly been uncooperative with the investigation. Authorities say she has not provided verifiable an explanation at all for Melodee's whereabouts. Nothing at all. She can't say where she is, who she's with, when she dropped her off, where she dropped her off, if she dropped her off. She can't say anything. Authorities executed search warrants on the home, a storage locker, and also the rental car that they rented. Key piece of evidence was, is like the disguise, wig element of it. Melodee was seen with what appears to be a wig of darker hair than her natural color. Investigators believe the wig may have been used to alter her appearance. So she was changing out wigs on this road trip as well. If only she could change the whole car, right? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty smart of them to, be like, that's her. She changed her plate. You know what I mean? Like to pick that up, because you have to sit there and look frame by frame, your eyes would be burning. So Ashlee Buzzard was arrested on November the 7th on a charge of false imprisonment. It's not related to Melodee's case. But the alleged victim said that Ashlee held him at will with a box cutter and locked the doors. So apparently she was holding a box cutter. I just found this out today. I didn't know about the box cutter part. And she was bolt locking, 4 bolt locks. You ain't going anywhere. I would have been like, oh my goodness. I would have went to the police too. And he is what are they called? Where they have to, a mandated reporter. Mandated reporter is what they are. And thank you guys all for being here. Hey, Remy. Hey, Aries. I was reading. I didn't see you guys coming in. Hey, welcome in. I was just thinking of you, Aries. I really was. I was like, I haven't seen Aries in a couple of days. Hey, Marcella. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. When I get on that other page, I'll put the comments up here too for you guys, in case you want to look at them. We would do wide. Ooh, about hit M stream. Don't do that, girl. Okay. And sorry, Nightbot is out of control again, isn't he? Why is he doing that? We're going to shut him down again. It's like he's doubling the messages. So we're going to turn him off. Just everybody be good. Hey, Tracy. I'm like, everybody be good. Okay. So, where were we at here? Because I have some notes. Okay, so she was arrested. Let me show you that picture. Because I was like, oh, she be looking different. She be looking real different. I almost believed the wig could have been her real hair. I was almost to that point. Because I'm like, her daughter has super curly, beautiful curly hair, right? She has to have has to get it somewhere. Well, her mother just has really tight curls. So it makes sense. But on November 12th, she pled not guilty and was released with a GPS monitor on her ankle. Conditions include no weapons, no contact with the alleged victim. Despite the arrest, authorities stress that this charge is not directly tied to the missing child Melodee's investigation. So this is just a whole new case for her. I mean, this lady looks like hell. She don't like jail. So she better start talking. She better start talking real quick. So there are some family members that have come forward and have talked about what's going on, and how they feel about stuff. Melodee's paternal grandmother, Lily Deans, I believe that's how you say her last name. She said that Ashlee cut off Melodee from the world, refusing family contact, and that social services had previously asked the grandmother to take Melodee when Ashlee was hospitalized. So she's been hospitalized before. The grandmother described Melodee as very happy, always smiling, and very smart. SBCSO is asking anyone who sees Melodee or knows anything to contact them. I'm going to give you guys a couple numbers. I'm going to give you the detective line, an anonymous number, and then I'm going to give you their online website if I can. Let me see if I can. Okay. Yep. I can. Okay. So the number is the detective line is 805-681-4150. If you want to be anonymous, 805-681-4171. If you want to go to their website because you're like, heck, I just want to go to the website, I'll make it even easier for you. You can just, that's like a big website, but I don't know why it's not there. Let me see. That's different. Why am I going twice? It's because it went through. Okay, let me see. This is so weird. Sheriff's Office update. It's weird because that's what it says. Look. Oh, I just stopped sharing. Instead of sharing. That's the website I'm trying to share with you. Okay. We'll figure that out later. I don't know why the thing went like that. Like oh, it's because I have it on a different screen. I have it on like a long screen. I was like, why is it long like that? Okay. So I don't need to read this though. Okay. So those are the numbers, the two numbers, and I'll repeat those at the end of the live also. And then let's see. Basically, a few things that we don't know in the investigation so far. We don't know where Melodee's, like where she's at, her current location or condition that she's in. No one has been charged for her disappearance. The full travel route and timeline are still being like refined. I see a lot of people, you know, redoing the route. I did the route like this place to this place to this place to this place, and my map looked completely different than a lot of people. So I need to redo my own map as well. But we don't know whether the mom is being, treated as a suspect or simply just not cooperating. To me, it's insanity that you would have an officer sit in your home, come into your home and ask where your child is. And then what do you say? Like, what happens in that situation? Like, where's Melodee, right? You have an officer sitting there asking you with his officer gear on, you know what I mean? Like his uniform. I don't know. Just to me, that would be intimidating. I would want to tell them where my daughter was. But instead, did she just stand there and look at them like blankly? Or did she say, I don't know? I don't know. And then at some point, the officer just was like, okay, and then left because the officers ended up leaving the house. So it's just crazy. And then why the wigs? Yeah, why the wigs? Hey, Stinson has the Soup's #1 fan. How are you? Welcome in. It's good to see ya. I can hear my dogs out there. They're supposed to be going outside, I thought. Okay. So I'm going to throw in, I forgot to do this in the beginning of the live. It's crazy. But I'm going to put I'm going to link if anyone would like to become a member of our channel during our live, I'm just put it in the, I'm just going to pin it at the top because of the fact that we don't have Nightbot tonight because Nightbot be acting a fool. Okay. We don't know. There's a couple other things, that we don't know. We don't know the motive or an explanation of if there is anything. We have nothing. We have no, like I said, we had no Melodee. We don't know whether the disguises were like thought out, you know what I mean? She was like, this is what we're doing, or if it just happened to be the way that it went. I don't know. I think she planned this. Whatever she did, she planned it. And she planned it pretty good. Like, we've got a lot of people on this case and they still haven't found this little girl. So apparently whoever you know, wherever she's at or whoever has her, they're doing a good job on like keeping her hidden. There's a motorcycle out there. I had the window open a little bit. Sorry. But yeah, Melodee's grandmother said that, like, you know, Ashlee was cutting her off from like the world pretty much. That was an article that I read. We'll probably read maybe an article after we watch Nancy. So, and then Nancy also did that Nancy. So, we haven't watched Nancy in a long time, but she just did a video tonight on Anna Kempner, the video that I did on the girl that was on the cruise ship that died. She just did a video on her too. So I'm really curious to watch it actually. So we might have to cover that because it's pretty good. Okay. And then I also want to do I think I'm going to do like a sometime this week over Saturday's live, the live that we did over my car accident, because I didn't really do like a Q&A, I feel like at the end. And I feel like you guys might have questions. I think I got everything out, but if you guys have questions, I thought we could just do like a Q&A or something. So we will do that. Okay. So let me get Nancy pulled up here. We haven't watched her in forever. Let's see. Okay. She looks mad. You be knowing she does. She looks like that. Okay. Look at her with 781K subscribers. We're going to watch a little bit of Nancy, see what she's been up to. Got her behind me. You know, if you didn't know it, I'm Tanya. If you're new to the channel, this is Nancy. She's the real deal. She just stands really still here. So, you know, this is kind of funny really quick. You know, the Mariah Carey thing, like it's time. And like you go really loud. I did that when I was pulling Nancy out of the closet. I said that. I sang that. Vincent was just like, probably like, oh my God. He's probably like, I don't know. I'm not with her. But it is time. I'm going to let the dogs in too. They're crazy.
Is Ashlee Buzzard concerned about Melodee's welfare? Buzzard's lawyer says, I can't comment. How can you not comment on whether a mom is concerned about her 9-year-old little girl? Has Melodee been sold? Has Melodee, a 9-year-old little girl, been trafficked? Is Melodee still alive? Breaking news tonight, mommy disguises missing Melodee, just 9 years old, in a bizarre series of wigs on a very odd cross-country road trip. Mommy comes home, no Melodee. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. Where is this little girl?
Timeline was very sketchy, and mom is not giving any information at all.
Where is Melodee? Please help us find this girl. Mommy being completely uncooperative in the search for Melodee. Why? Is there any good reason Mommy can't tell us where her 9-year-old little girl is? Before I bring you up to date on this bizarre cross-country road trip and the changing of the wigs and the outfits and the disguises, Mommy changing the license plates on a rental car during that cross-country trip with her child. Who does that? I want to take you straight into a courtroom. In the last hours, this has gone down. Mommy, Ashlee Buzzard, in court on criminal charges. This is from our friends at Court TV. But they were not charges in relation to her missing little girl.
Does anyone know if her attorney is paid by the state or if she's actually, like, you know, retained him, I wonder?
And yes, Melodee, 9 years old, is missing. Straight out to Ann Emerson, senior investigative reporter, criminally obsessed on you.
I'm just going to say, sorry, I don't mean to pause it up too much, but it was probably a paid by the state attorney because she would qualify for one if she's not working or anything like that. I think she would qualify for one. Plus, it's so fast after she was arrested, you know, she was arraigned. So I think, well, I don't know, actually, I think she was in there over the weekend.
YouTube and star of Unsolved South Carolina, the Murdaugh Murders, Money and Mystery. And thank you for being with us. Why isn't Mommy charged with her disappearing child? Why is she charged on some other false imprisonment? What happened?
Right now, we were so surprised when that false imprisonment charge came in. It looks like someone had gone to the house to try and talk to her. From what he's told us, that we now know the man who says he was the one that filed this criminal complaint.
Well, Ann Emerson, you're absolutely correct. His name is Tyler Brewer, and apparently he goes over to Buzzard, that's Ashlee Buzzard, Melodee's mother's home, to offer to help look for Melodee, and they get into it, and apparently Ashlee Buzzard tells him some story about where Melodee is, then thinks better of it and holds him in her home, locks the doors, and holds him with a box cutter. Listen.
After weeks of refusing to give any information about her daughter's whereabouts, Ashlee Buzzard is taken into custody, but the arrest on a charge of false imprisonment isn't related to Melodee.
Like, look at her here. And then I wish I could pull up the video. I don't know if I could find it. The video of her like cutting out the pumpkin. Like, she just looks kind of like rough a little bit. And then we've got the picture over here in court. Like, and then this, and then the wig. I mean, she's like a whole damn new person every other day. Don't get me started. The last person that was like that was Letitia.
Friend of Buzzard's, Tyler Brewer, stopped by Buzzard's home to offer help locating Melodee. Brewer claims Buzzard told him exactly where and with whom she left Melodee in Utah.
Brewer tells police he doesn't trust the information Buzzard gave him about Melodee. Brewer says Buzzard is visibly distressed after divulging Melodee's location, screws her eyes shut, and makes fists over and over. Buzzard allegedly produced a box cutter and secured her front door with 4 locks, standing in front of it to prevent Brewer from leaving. When Brewer does manage to escape, he goes straight to police.
Who does that to a guy, this guy, Tyler Brewer, who's coming to try to help find Melodee? And what did she tell him about Melodee's location? Of course, now he thinks she could have been lying. And why lie about your daughter's whereabouts? This as the specter. Was Melodee sold? We know she, Ashlee Buzzard, is in a lot of debt, thousands and thousands of dollars of debt. We know she needs money. She doesn't have a job. She's in debt. She takes Melodee on a cross-country bizarre road trip and comes back without her. Has Melodee been sold? Has Melodee, a 9-year-old little girl, is Melodee still alive? Why? Let's take a look at her in court again. Because when you see her in court, there's Ashlee Buzzard standing with her lawyer, and that's from our friends at Court TV. Why didn't anybody ask her, where's Melodee? And why does she look like that? Let's see how she looked at a car rental business where she was renting a car. Hey, is that her? Yes, it is. And she is done up. Let me tell you, look at that head full of fake hair. Okay, the false eyelashes, the makeup, the outfit, completely uncharacteristic of Ashlee Buzzard. Why the change in appearance, and why? There you go.
Yeah, why is she looking like? Why is she? I'm gonna say it. She looked like she popped out of the early 2000s in this outfit. Okay. Because I used to, I'm going to say it with full confidence. The white boots, the spandex pants, like the shiny kind of yoga pants, the longer top than your jacket, that is totally early 2000s. And that jacket is too. So I think, I don't know, maybe she looked up a 17 magazine from early 2000s, but that's what that looked like. Ashlee, I don't think you usually dress like that.
You see those go-go boots she's got going on right there? Why is her daughter following recalcitrantly behind her, wearing a wig? It's too much for me. Straight out to Lauren Johnson Norris joining us, high-profile defense attorney specializing in juvenile and CPS cases. You can find her. She's the founder of the Johnson Criminal Law Group. Lauren, she's in court. She's in the clutches of law enforcement. She's in front of a judge. Did nobody say, hey, where's Melodee?
Well, I'm sure absolutely and understand the frustration about wanting to ask that question. But when a defendant is in court, they won't be speaking. Their attorney speaks for them. And her attorney would have asserted the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination to protect her rights so that she doesn't say something that could land her in jail.
She's already there.
I really appreciate what you're saying, Lauren Johnson Norris. But if you notice, there's not a jury there. So her asserting, as we all know, trial lawyers know, if you know the defendant is going to assert the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, if you know they're going to do that, you cannot continue to ask them that in front of a jury. You can't do it if they've already advanced their Fifth Amendment right. But there's not a jury. So why didn't the prosecutor ask? Why didn't the judge ask? Am I the only one that wants to know where is Melodee? You're so concerned that by asserting her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, it could somehow prejudice a jury. There is no jury, Lauren.
Well, of course, there's no jury at her arraignment, but we know that anything that she can say can incriminate her. And potentially, if she's placed under oath, anything that she says, of course, could be used in a case. So while everyone may want to ask
Not if
her
she
that
asserts
question,
the Fifth.
Sure, but if she asserts the Fifth, we know she's not going to be speaking, right? So she wouldn't be saying anything at all. A judge would, rather a prosecutor would have to give immunity to her to get that information. Now, we don't know if that
I wonder if they'll do, I forget the operation. It's like right there, but I can't think of it. The same operation they did with Emmanuel Haro's mom and dad. Remember, it was like I forget the name of it, but they had like the undercover cops go in, and Jake was like sung like a canary. Dumbass. I mean, tell your bunkie you just met all about what you did. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if they're going to do something like that in this. Oh yeah, Mary Beth is on the other live. She's on the phone live because you can see the little telephone. But my messages go to both, which is kind of weird.
has been discussed between the prosecution and the defense about just locating Melodee and seeing where she is to get that information. But I am sure that the law enforcement investigation is going on behind the scenes. We just don't see it on TV.
Okay, guys, so she's there in court. You see Ashlee Buzzard in court with a defense lawyer. That means there's a prosecutor. That means there's a judge. There's law enforcement standing right there staring at her, shooting daggers right at her. This is from our friends at Court TV. And nobody says, hey, where's Melodee? Maybe she'll answer. Maybe she won't. Maybe she'll assert her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. But nobody even asked.
Where's Nate Eaton?
Guys, where was Melodee taken on that road trip? Joining us tonight, a special guest. It is the Santa Barbara Sheriff's PIO, Public Information Officer, Raquel Zick. Raquel, a 3-day road trip. What have you learned?
Detectives learned that there was a 3-day road trip that began on October 7th, and it went as far out as Nebraska down into Kansas before the return trip that ended in Lompoc. We do know on that return trip that Ashlee did come back to Lompoc without Melodee.
To Sydney Sumner, Crime Stories investigative.
Okay, so she said they went as far as Kansas. I'm going to show you United States map because I needed to look at it to count the states because I was like, how far is that? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did. So I'm going to put it up for anybody that might feel like they need to look at it. They're from California. I think they're like middle northern California. They went all the way through Nebraska as far as Kansas. So they might have went from, Nebraska down to Kansas and then went back. But she had to travel through some states to get there. Like 1, 2, let's say she went this way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 altogether. Going, if you go around. It's like a little circle. It's like a weird circle. Why? Why did you take that road trip in only 3 days, too? I wonder how long it takes to get from. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look that up on maps or on Google Maps while we're watching this. Let me put this back on if I can find it. There we go.
Reporter Raquel, I'll be right back with you. Sydney, Lompoc. Where is Lompoc?
Southwest of Vandenberg Village, where Ashlee and Melodee lived together at that home on Mars Avenue. So that's the main city center. Vandenberg Village is very small. So you would head into Lompoc for shopping, things of that nature.
So, Sid, where exactly did she go?
Well, from Lompoc, it looks like she made a really big loop, driving east all the way to Nebraska, then driving south into Kansas.
Okay. Let's go to Nebraska first. I spelled it wrong. Okay, so I'm going from Lompoc or Lompoc. I guess it is more kind of southern right now. I don't know. It's a little more southern. Fastest route, it is 21 hours, 58 minutes. So 22 hours, and that's if you just go to Nebraska. That's not talking about dropping down to Kansas and then coming all the way back. Let's see, add a destination. We want to go to Kansas. And then that makes it 26 hours. Then we're going to add another destination and we're going to go back to Lompoc. Why'd you take me to Denver or something? Oh, 40. Okay, so if you do it this way, 49-hour trip, 3,261 miles in 3 days. There's only 72 hours. This is a 2-day trip. So she only had 1 day, if you think about it, to do something. Whether she sold her, she gave her to someone, she killed her, she put her somewhere. And that's a lot of ground to cover. That is a lot of ground to cover.
And then coming back to California, back to Lompoc through Utah and Colorado.
Wow, a circuitous route. Take a look at that. Now, can we establish, was Melodee with her the entire time? We now know that she stopped at a gas station.
Okay, I'm going to put that in there.
The Junction gas station. Listen.
It was really, really freaking weird because she just like opened the door at the store and then he said, "Did you guys know you have a whole bunch of kittens out here?"
Though gas stations in Panguitch and Circleville
Worried
did
about
not
cats.
provide surveillance footage, finding it taped over 2 days prior, an employee at the pit stop in Junction, Utah, is convinced she had a brief interaction with Ashlee Buzzard. The employees say Ashlee did not purchase anything, but told her about cats hanging around the store. The employee says Buzzard left with a woman in her late 20s to mid-30s with purple hair, driving in a white car with California plates.
From our friends at KUTV, and there's more.
I kind of walked towards the door going, "What the crap was that?" When they left
look at her
and
there.
noticed that they had a California license plate.
There's a lot of nature, a lot of woods around here. So it's like if this is where she was the day before she got home, like, who knows, you know, anything could happen.
KUTV, straight out to Irv Brandt. You know him well, former Senior Inspector, U.S. Marshal Service, International Investigations Branch. What is that? He's gone all around the world looking for missing people and bad guys. Irv Brandt is also the author of a series of books about Jack Solo. Gee, I wonder who that could be patterned after. Irv Brandt, did you hear what the gas station attendants are saying? They're convinced they saw Ashlee Buzzard. They are convinced she had Melodee with her. They state that she had poked her head in and about kittens. And when she left, it was so odd. Her behavior was so odd. They actually said, what the crap was that?
I would too. If you're from a small little rinky-dink town, I've been from one. One time I lived in a town and they had like 2,000 people in there. You will know I used to work at a diner there too. And if somebody new came in that did not live in that town, oh boy, you knew it. You just knew it. You just did, right? If somebody were to come in with purple hair and another girl, or there was a girl in the car with purple hair, and then this lady comes in and she has on a wig or some crazy looking hair, you're probably going to remember her, especially if she comes in and doesn't buy anything and she just says, y'all know you got a bunch of kittens out here? Like, no shit, Sherlock. We live in the country. This is they're in the middle of nowhere. There's probably cats everywhere.
And they even looked out and saw she had a California car tag.
See, now where did they say they were from though? I can't remember. Because she would have changed that plate. I don't know when she changed it. They haven't said, but they did say that she changed the plates. I wonder when she changed them. I wonder if it was on the way back.
Could have happened that made them curious enough to go. I mean, Irv, how many times have you seen something you thought was odd and you looked to check the tag?
Well, the gas station attendants, and I agree with you, Nancy, that it is very odd. But when you're talking about that area of the country, where you're going into Utah and Colorado, I'm pretty familiar with it. There's not a lot out there, and there's not a lot of people coming through. And the people that tend to live and work there look at people they don't know hard. And something about that struck those people as unusual.
Straight out to Ann Emerson, senior investigative reporter, criminally obsessed. Ann, what I find significant, and I'm circling back in a moment to Sydney regarding the timeline, is when this gas station attendant saw, and they're convinced they saw the mom, Ashlee Buzzard, they did not see Melodee. What do you know about this interaction?
Well, it was so bizarre, I think, that's why this gas station attendant remembered what she thought she saw. First of all, remember, Ashlee's wearing a wig and it looks weird. So I think there was a part of it that was like, why is this woman coming in with this wig talking about these kittens outside? So she kind of...
And when did she come in, right? Did she come in on the first half of the trip where, she's probably looking okay? Or is she coming back on the backside of the trip? Because she's only got 3 days. She's only, she's making this trip in 3 days and she's covering a whole lot of miles. As much as, it takes 2 days to do. So she might have been looking a little rough.
Leans out and she was actually on the phone, I think right after or right during this interaction with her husband. And that's why she could recollect it. She looks out and she sees in the car someone with purple hair, is what she said. Now, we asked very specifically, our partners at KUTV were sent down to this area to talk to them about this. And she said she thought the woman in the car was in her 20s or 30s. And that was a huge red flag to all of us, that something had possibly happened between that Colorado-Utah border. And now we're just down the road on Route 89. What's going on? And that really was very concerning, but we don't know for sure, right? We don't know for sure if Melodee looked older for some reason, but a 9-year-old looking like a 20 to 30-year-old, it was just too much for me to believe.
To Sydney Sumner, Crime Stories investigative reporter, Ann Emerson is spot on, and she's identified a very critical moment in this road trip. So the mom, we believe, Ashlee Buzzard, goes to this gas station. And where is the gas station? Quickly, Sydney.
Junction, Utah.
Junction, Utah. They see who they believe to be this woman, the mother, Ashlee Buzzard. She comes in. She doesn't buy anything, but she asks them about cats outside the gas station. It sticks in the attendant's memory. She was on the phone with her husband and must have recounted what just happened. They look out. For some reason, their suspicion is roused. They look out. They see the white rental car. They see that it now has California plates. And they see what they believe to be a woman in her 20s to 30s with purple hair in the car with the mom. Do I understand it correctly, Sydney?
Yes, that is the gas station attendant's account of what happened. And she didn't really get a good look at that passenger in the car. So she claimed that this woman with the purple hair looked to be in her late 20s to maybe her early 30s, but she didn't have an interaction with anyone outside of Ashlee. And this was weird. Ashlee poked her head in the door, said, "Hey, do you know there's a bunch of kittens out here?" and walked off, got back in her car and took off. So it was kind of a weird interaction. But yeah, she didn't get a good look at that passenger in the car. And the car did have California plates, which matches what she rented. So that car, that rental car, was assigned a California plate when she left. We know at some point during the drive she switched to a New York license plate, but by the time that she was back in Junction, Utah, that car had California plates again.
Was that Melodee in the car wearing another bizarre wig courtesy of mommy, or was that truly an adult female? And you got to look at it, Irv Brandt, from the perspective of
the height. The height would get you. The smallness of her, right? I mean, even if she's wearing a wig, she doesn't look very big. Like, even to me, I don't think she looks tall or big, you know? I don't think someone would confuse her for a 20 to 30-year-old.
gas station attendant. If the gas station attendant saw the California tags, I originally thought that means she sees the car leaving. But in California, you have to have a tag on the front and the back of your car. So she could have seen the car coming toward her. So we've got to get a description, a good description, as best as she can give, of the woman or child with the purple wig on.
That's correct, Nancy. I mean, this is a very important piece of the investigation, and it needs to be locked down as closely as it can. If she didn't actually see the passenger in the car, other than the purple hair, it could have been of any age. They need to make sure of, what she's saying.
Straight back out to special guest joining us, the Santa Barbara Sheriff's PIO is Raquel Zick. Raquel, this sighting, what do you make of it?
We do have a confirmed sighting as recent as October 9th, which would have been on the route back. And that would have been on the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border. This trip was taken in a white rental vehicle from a rental agency in Lompoc, and we do know that somewhere along the route, the California license plate was switched out to a New York license plate. Additionally, we know that Ashlee and Melodee did wear wigs along this trip, and those two things coupled together lead us to believe that this was done to avoid detection along that trip.
Holiday.
I knew this one her. She is a commercial.
Basically up.
I like that top on you, Nancy. Yeah. Oh.
Elizabeth Mesa joining us now, special guest. It's Elizabeth Mesa. This is Melodee's aunt. As you will recall, Melodee's father passed away in a vehicle accident on a motorcycle. This is Melodee's aunt on her father's side, her paternal aunt. Elizabeth, thank you for being with us tonight. I am stunned that the mom walks out of court and no one presses her for information on where is Melodee.
Yeah, this whole thing is pretty shocking, and it's very, very heartbreaking that there's no force to tell us where Melodee is. We're still in the dark, absolutely, with no information whatsoever. And she walks out so careless, so nonchalant, like it's not a big deal.
Like it's no big deal at all. And Lizbeth, I also heard where her attorney was asked, well, is Ashlee Buzzard concerned about Melodee's welfare? And her lawyer, Buzzard's lawyer, says, I can't comment. How can you not comment on whether a mom is concerned about her 9-year-old little girl?
Do you think that Ashley's getting some sort of like welfare or something for Melodee? Like some sort of government help? I mean, because she's not working. I'm just wondering how she's surviving. And if that were the case, if you don't have like right now, like she can't tell us where her child is, and all that stuff, would they stop the benefits? Or would they keep the benefits going until they had like a death certificate or, a death? I wonder that.
I don't understand it at all. I have tried to wrap my mind around this whole thing and, try to give empathy and try to put myself in her shoes, but I just can't. There's something up there that's not right in her mind. And for her not to have any concern for her daughter whatsoever is absolutely disgusting.
When did you learn that Ashlee Buzzard had walked out of court and nobody made her answer, where is your daughter? I mean, they didn't even put the question to her. If she needed to take the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, she could have. But nobody even bothered to ask her in court.
Yeah, I was at work and I had people, my mother-in-law and a family friend was there in the court. And then many news stations were there, and I was contacted, and my stomach just completely dropped. I felt sick. It was just, where's the justice for Melodee? Where is Melodee? That's just the question. And she just walks right past with not even a care. It doesn't even bother her that we're asking this.
But aside from the disastrous court hearing where a judge let her walk free with an ankle monitor, I mean, this woman clearly knows how to change the car tags, the license plates on cars. You think she can't beat an ankle monitor, for Pete's sake? To me, that was an insult. It was an insult on top of injury.
I agree. It's definitely a slap in the face. An ankle monitor. She traveled through the Midwest, changing license plates in disguise, but yet you're going to give her an ankle monitor that she wasn't a flight risk. I mean, she's concealing her daughter's identity and not cooperating with the police, but let her free. It doesn't make any sense.
I've got a question. When you said that she went across the country, which she did, that has been documented, in disguise, I find that very odd that you put your 9-year-old little girl in a series of wigs when you go in and out of a staff. Okay, there she is right there. There is Buzzard with little Melodee, and she's got her daughter. That's the rental car location. She's in a wig, and she's got her daughter in a wig. Why would you do that? And I also find it interesting that you see Melodee just kind of walking behind her. I don't like the looks of that either.
Yeah, I noticed the body language between the two of them is very off when they're at the rental place. It doesn't seem like a normal 9-year-old. I mean, she's just standing there with her arms crossed, just with like this. I mean, poor child, she's in a wig with a hoodie on. Mom's in full disguise. Like, why? That's the question. Why? Why are you doing this to her? She should be out playing. She should be wearing a disguise. Should be her last worry.
Another thing that's scaring me, Lizbeth, is that I know Ashlee Buzzard has run through a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars she owes people. She needs money. She's broke. She takes a rental car in disguise across the country, hours and hours and hours of driving. She changes the plates on the car. Who does that? Then she changes the plates back when she returns home without Melodee. She needs money. She went in disguise. She changed the car plates. Have you considered the very disturbing fact that Melodee was sold or at 9 years old?
Of course, that's a thought, you know, something that you definitely don't want to think of. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thought, because none of this makes sense. You know, I mean, that's definitely nothing that we hope for. We hope that she's safe and that we could get her back. But I mean, it doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. And like you said, she owes thousands of dollars to people, but yet she doesn't have a job. She's on a fixed income, on housing. What is she spending all this money on? Why did she need all those credit cards? I mean, she doesn't have a vehicle. There's just so many wonders on what's going on.
Where is she getting money, Elizabeth?
Well, she's on housing and she receives Social Security benefits. But other than that, I mean, she doesn't have a job. I don't know where she's getting her.
So is she married and she's getting Social Security benefits from him? Or is she trying to say something's wrong with her? And that's why she's getting Social Security benefits. Because she's pretty good at walking around, shutting the door real quick, getting in and out of places. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. Because for it to cover like mental health, you got to be real messed up. I feel like, because I'm just saying, I got a lot of the stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not like on anything, so
Money to rent cars. Renting a car to drive across.
Like normally to get like benefits like that, you have to have a doctor write and say that you're going to be under a doctor's care for a year or longer. So, wonder what doctor it would be.
The Midwest isn't cheap, and then the food and the gas. I mean, she can't get that much money on through the government. I mean, they don't give you that much money, so she has to be doing something else. I don't know. I try sitting here thinking, and I'm just completely mind blown over everything, at a loss for words.
Has anyone been able to confront her about where is Melodee?
No, I mean, not. We've attempted to. We went over there. We've been trying to talk to her. We personally, the family, have had no success with that after my niece was able to talk to her that one time. And then, no, she doesn't correspond with us whatsoever.
Does she have a cell phone, Elizabeth?
I mean, she has to have a cell phone because she's ordering all these packages. So she has to have some type of electronic device. I mean, she has to.
So here we go. We know she's.
Let me know if anyone knows in the chat how the electronic monitor, works on your leg now. Because back in the day, let's say 12, okay, hold on. Let's just say like about 18 years ago, you used to, and I never have had one, so don't think that, but you used to have to have a phone line in your home, like an actual telephone line, like, that you, like a landline, and you would hook it up to your landline, and that's just how I don't know, that's just how it transmitted and worked.
She's got a cell phone, which leads me.
A lot of people don't have landlines anymore, so I'm wondering if that's still the case.
Two, has the phone been pinged? That will give me a direct route of where she's been, unless she shut it off. But there's one thing she cannot shut off, and that is the satellite, the nav system on rental cars. If that rental car had a nav system, which I believe that it did. So that is a simple matter to track where she went on that nav system. Question, have you or anyone within your family been in touch with LE law enforcement?
I made several phone calls trying to get a hold of the detective. I emailed and I asked him to please, if you're not going to call me back, please get in touch with my mother-in-law, because she was very upset and she wanted answers. And thankfully he did. He reached out to her. I'm not sure of his name, but he reached out to her about a week or so ago, and he just let her know that they're still working on the case. They don't have any new information, and they would keep us updated. And I mean, we know just as little information as y'all do. We get the information after it hits the news. So we don't know anything else. We don't know anything more than everybody else knows. So it's pretty frustrating because they don't let us know when they're going to be doing things, you know. So it's just frustrating. The whole thing is frustrating. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just keep, you know, wondering, is Melodee okay? Does she need anything? You know, I mean, I just think of my own kids and knowing that they're in school and they're playing with their friends and Thanksgiving's coming up, and it's just heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
You see the pictures of this little girl and she was taken care of. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like at least at some point in her life, I don't know how the last few years have been, but at this point, you know, when she was around her family and everything, she looks like she was doing really good. I think that, what was it? So I looked up the ankle monitor thing, right? And it says that they use, where'd it go? You can still use a phone line, but it said that they, but many modern systems use GPS and cellular technology or Wi-Fi instead, because we have that now. We didn't have that back then, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. Oh, that's a good idea, Ladybug. Yeah, they usually, I know in Ohio anyway, like it has to, you have to have like a doctor. That's what they told me anyway. This was like forever and a year ago, but it was like 12 years ago. And they were just like, they were like, yeah, no. I think it was because my age too at the time. I was young. And I think that, I don't know what they thought. Metal just, it gets better over time. No.
Such a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach, Elizabeth. We're in a catch-22. Law enforcement is, because they're trying to find Melodee just like you are, but they don't have any proof of any wrongdoing, so they cannot arrest Buzzard until they get some kind of proof. And every minute counts. If Melodee is still alive, and there is a strong possibility she is, how long will she be alive? And how long until she is lost in some web of that could be happening right now, and the mom's not talking. I have another question for you, Elizabeth. Did you ever know Buzzard to dress up in all of these wigs, or to dress her child up in wigs? Or is that specifically for this road trip?
No, I've never seen her in so much makeup or dressed the way she was. Never. She was always just,
she's making up on her there
in like jeans and a t-shirt, you know.
What are you talking about? I mean, I think does she have makeup on, or is she just that, is her skin that good? Her skin might be that good, but she looks like she has on mascara, eye shadow. I don't know if she did something to her eyebrows, but she might have put a little something in there, you know, make them look a little nice. Looks like she has blush on, maybe even contour. Or is it just me? Is it just me? I mean, she has like great skin. But you have a you have a rheumatoid arthritis, don't you? Oh, you have fibromyalgia. Yeah, that'll definitely help with getting disability. My mom got it right away when she got her RA. Like, they were like immediately. Me, not so much, but I think it was my age too. That's what she would say. So yeah, I think that she looks like she has makeup on, but her eyebrows over here look a lot different. I wonder how old this picture is of her.
I mean, never in full makeup like this, ever. Never seen her in a wig. She always had her natural hair, which was shoulder, like mid-back maybe, very curly. But this whole costume, disguise, this is all new. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized her if I seen her on the street. I mean, this is just a total new character.
She looks different there. She looks a lot different here than when she was even in court. Her face even.
Out with a full-on wig, false eyelashes, either a leather or pleather jacket, tights, matching boots, Mama? The works. She's put a lot of time into that look she's got going on right there. Elizabeth, is she holed back up in her home now?
Yes, she returned last night.
This is just killing me that we can't get anything out of her. And under our Constitution, we can't make her answer questions. Lizbeth, what is your message to Melodee tonight if she can hear you?
Is that a washer and dryer out in the... It sure is. I mean, that's a good spot, actually, for a washer dryer. I ain't gonna lie. Just put it out in the garage. Just get it out of the house. Don't even have to look at it.
Is your message to Melodee tonight if she can hear you?
I just want to let Melodee know that she has a lot of family that loves her. She has her grandma, her sister, aunts, uncles, cousins. We're all here for her, and we love her very much. And we just want her home safe.
Joining us tonight, Melodee's paternal aunt, who has been trying for weeks on end to find 9-year-old Melodee.
They're the ones that put the signs up, and then Melodee's mom took them down.
American homeowners, the FBI.
Look at you.
Your
Okay, I'm sick of y'all.
and fix it.
I'm sick of these people. They be cutting in on our broadcasting. Nancy, you owe me an apology for this. I'm going to start doing that to you guys. I'm going to start just like cutting in and talking about my store. I really might do it. If I do, don't you dare judge me. Don't you dare judge me for it.
Where is Melodee? How could she be gone a year and just reported missing? Or was she?
Without getting some kind of direct indication from Ashlee of where Melodee should be, it's going to be much more difficult.
Mommy just in court on another serious criminal charge, and that would be false imprisonment by use of a box cutter on a guy that shows up offering to help find Melodee. Not a stranger, someone she knows, a guy named Tyler Brewer. And apparently law enforcement believe him because they issue a formal charge. And nobody asks Ashlee Buzzard, where's Melodee? Bringing up the chilling possibility that this little girl has been sold or straight back out to Santa Barbara.
Where's On the Tira? Where is he? Where's On the Tira? I need him. We need him. Where's he at? On the Tira, he would be down there asking these questions. Where's he at? Where's that little guy at? You're talking about the little TikTok guy. He was on Emmanuel's case. We need him. We need him over here in California talking. California has dry air. It would be perfect for him too. It would be perfect, you know, because when he was over with Emmanuel, it was just too hot. It was in summer. It's nice and cool now. Is he really? He's having a cancer relapse. Oh no, I'm so sorry. No, I like him. I know I really do, because I think that he really would. He'd ask the questions. Like he would knock on her door. I'm like, we need On the Tira. No, oh, that's so sad. I knew that he had cancer, but I didn't know that it was coming back. That's sad. I like him. He's so spunky. He's got a lot of energy in his little body for having that cancer. He doesn't let it like when we saw him during Emmanuel's case, he didn't let, I mean, it did get to him a couple of days because it was really hot, but he tried not to let it get to him, you know, and I respect that.
Sheriff's PIO Raquel Zick, what happened to the rental vehicle and the changing of plates?
Yeah, so we know that the vehicle left the rental agency bearing a California plate that was assigned to that vehicle. We know that somewhere along the route that was switched out to a New York plate that did not belong to Ashlee, and it does not belong to the vehicle.
Oh.
And then before it was returned back to the rental agency in Lompoc, the California plate was replaced. So it's a little challenging. It's more challenging to track that vehicle as it goes through states, because we're not sure what license plate we're looking at associated with this white sedan.
So how do they know it was a New York plate? They just can see that it's from New York, but they can't read the plate number. So maybe that's why they can't put it to a car, Because I mean, obviously, if they had the plate number, they could look it up in the DMV, national database or whatever they have, and it would show what car was, at least registered to it the last time. But they're saying it wasn't Ashlee's.
And additionally, it's hard to tell how many times or if that plate was switched back and forth.
Joining me now, a veteran defense attorney. You know him well, Greg Morse, criminal defense attorney out of Palm Beach, founder of Morse Legal and author of The Untested on Amazon. Greg, when you have a client that changes the car tags on her car, I mean, when you go on a road trip, do you take time to change the tags? And think about it. In California, you have a front and a back tag. That's a lot of work. Why?
Well, Nancy, you're looking at these innocuous actions of the mom and trying to impute that she sold her daughter. She got rid of her into. But these are just unconnected actions by someone. They don't prove anything. They're clearly not enough to arrest. So they're meaningless in and of themselves. And she's doing the right thing by not talking to the police because they manipulate and they change statements and they put more meaning on things than maybe the information calls for to lead to a conclusion that she did something wrong. They're now releasing her on house arrest for what seems like a nonsense charge of false imprisonment unrelated. They're leveraging the law enforcement and unrelated to keep her close for this investigation into her daughter. She may be distraught. She, is broken down and very emotional. So she's probably not thinking right anyway because her daughter's missing. And the information that's out there now doesn't prove anything.
Her daughter's missing because she took her on a bizarre road trip and made her wear wigs the whole way along. And now suddenly she's gone. To Dr. Bethany Marshall joining us.
Baby girl, if you're in here, I hope you're in here still. Happy birthday. She's probably going to kill me. I didn't know it was her birthday yesterday. I feel like such a horrible creator. I hope you're still in here. Happy birthday. If you're still in here, we'll sing you happy birthday. Don't you think I won't? I will sing it. It'll be beautiful because I have a beautiful voice. Vincent tells me all the time. Actually tells me to stop singing.
Psychoanalyst, author of Deal Breakers. You can see her now on
It is
Peacock.
exactly
And
a
you can
month
find her at
ago.
drbethanymarshall.com. Dr. Bethany Marshall, in all of your travels, which are extensive, her parents were missionaries all over the world and she went along. Have you ever seen a video of a snake charmer? The snake charmer, plays the musical instrument and goes back and forth. And suddenly, the very poisonous snake, they're both going symbiotically like this. And you start falling under each other's trance, right? And as soon as the music stops, the snake bites somebody. Okay, that is what Greg Morse just did. Did you hear what he said? The mother's distraught. Really? I didn't see her crying. Let's see a shot of that court TV video of mommy in court. She's standing there just as cold as a block of ice. And oh, by the way, Bethany, after this is from court TV, somebody asked the lawyer, hey, is your client worried about Melodee? The lawyer said, quote, I can't comment. I'm worried about Melodee. Why isn't the mother worried about Melodee? You know what? You're the shrink. Hit me.
Well, the mother's more worried about kittens than about Melodee, apparently. Here's what concerns me. The mother is in quite a bit of debt. She and her daughter look so in terms of their appearance. The mother is the daughter, that somebody at a convenience store actually thinks a 9-year-old is between 20 and 30 years of age. That means the mother is putting makeup, the purple wig, all of that. What this tells me, and also all the changing of the tags and the license plates, this mother, I do not believe is sophisticated enough to do that on her own. But this is not a highly functioning.
Or she did something to her, right? And then whoever she maybe gave her to or whatever, maybe that girl had purple hair and they went to the gas station to pick up the lady some cigarettes before she went back to California. I don't know. That could be it, though.
Mother, so it tells me somebody might be coaching her, telling her how to rent the car.
Could you please put Bethany up?
I think she's being coached.
I'm sorry. I'm hearing static right now. You said this is not a highly functioning mother. pause. This mother knows enough to get a rental car, to change out the tags throughout her cross-country road trip with her little girl who goes missing, to change outfits, put on disguises, and come back without her and fend off authorities who are questioning her about where is Melodee. And you say she's not high functioning? I disagree.
Nancy, I do not think she's high functioning. I think she's being coached.
Let me remind everyone that the mother, that just it sticks in my mouth, the mother in this case, Ashlee Buzzard, has not been charged and has not been named as a person of interest in Melodee's disappearance. She just happens, Rhonda DeCare, founder of Missing in America Network, she just happens to be the last one known to be with Melodee on a hundreds and hundreds of miles road trip, just the two of them, a mommy and me moment. And she comes back without her daughter and won't tell anybody where she is. How disturbed are you, Rhonda? And of course, this came to the forefront during the Chandra Levy case, if you remember that, where Chandra Levy went missing from her high-rise in D.C. and the ritzy high-rise would tape over their surveillance. So we don't really know what time Chandra left her home. We don't know if she was dressed to go out to a dinner party or to go jogging or to go back to work, to the office. No idea. We don't know who was with her. We know nothing because every 72, they tape over it just like the gas station. Considering pushing legislation to disallow that. But therefore, we don't have the video of that gas station. At least we have the eyewitness accounts, but I want to hear your take, Rhonda.
Well, look, I believe that we would be in a much better place if we had a better photograph of Melodee, and the gas station would have been able to provide that if she was in that vehicle with her mom. I feel like the whole communities along that route could be looking out or could be looking through all of their videos to see where else that vehicle was seen. And I hope that the investigators are out there speaking with every single establishment along that road to see what they can find out. And hopefully they will come up with more videos so that we can actually see who we're supposed to be looking for.
To Irv Brandt, author of Solo Shot, Curse of the Blue Stone, and much more on Amazon. But for my purposes, Irv Brandt has been with the U.S. government going all around the country, hunting down, tracking down bad guys and missing people. Irv, what do we do now?
Well, Nancy, this is it's a complex investigation in the sense it covers so much territory between California and Nebraska than the route back. But having said that, it's not complex in what they're looking for. And they will have the manpower. The FBI is assisting California. All the other states will join in, and any other federal agencies that they deem necessary. They will track that route as best they can. They will interview all the witnesses that they can find till the last time that child was seen.
To Greg Morse, veteran trial lawyer, joining us out of Palm Beach. Why didn't anybody ask her in court? Where's Melodee?
Well, she has a lawyer, so she can't compel her to testify against herself. So rightfully so, regardless of what's going around her false imprisonment charge. She's not. No, I don't know if she would be or not. But again, you're going to tell someone that's being looked at for a crime, you're going to tell someone that was charged with an unrelated crime, do not speak with anyone or the police. That's good sound advice. That's criminal defense law 101. She has a Fifth Amendment right, and she's exercising it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know yourself, it can't be used against her in court if she is ultimately arrested in the future for something involving her daughter. But right now, there's not much other than the police began an investigation. Here's the last point of the daughter. They used this nonsense false imprisonment to get her.
He's getting on my nerves. But they're going to be able to track that car. Like, it's probably has a really nice GPS system in it, and extra, even because of the fact that it's a rental car and they don't want people just going off with their vehicles. You know what I mean? So it's going to have a really good navigation in there that she's not going to be able to touch to, like, change it or anything.
Into custody to see if that would provide leverage. But the only thing that did probably was get her a lawyer, probably court appointed, since she doesn't seem to have much money. And he or she's going to tell her, hey, don't talk to anybody, no matter what they ask, even if you want to help. She may want to help. She may want to talk, but she's not. And that's sound advice right now.
That's right, Dr. Bethany. She wants to help so much. She stood there in court and didn't say a word and is being uncooperative and not helping police find Melodee. That's how much she wants to help.
That's every criminal. Really. They never want to help, obviously, because they're freaking caught with something. I mean, I don't know if she did anything to her daughter, but I know that she left Lompoc with her daughter. Her and Melodee left together. They have them on surveillance, peacing out, driving off into the sunset. 3 days later, and they went 2 days out, or a 2-day trip all together, but it was that they were gone 3 days. So they only had 1 day to do whatever they were doing out there. And then she comes back alone. That's what gets me, that they have her leaving with Melodee, but then coming back alone. And I'm sure that they've checked to see if there's any family on that route. And that's probably a big fat no.
Dr. Bethany Marshall, what do you think?
I think that the fact that she took her daughter out of school and was homeschooling her was red flag number one. Cutting the daughter off from relatives, a loving grandmother, aunts, uncles, red flag number two. Running up debt, dressing her daughter up in this manner and taking her across the country. But most notably, Nancy, when you interview somebody and you wonder if there's homicide or something like that, what you really look for is whether or not there is empathy towards the lost child. There's no empathy. She's not, Nancy, according to one report, she was taking down missing children, missing Melodee Buzzard photos. That's not lack of empathy even. That's malice, that's destruction, that's getting in the way of the investigation. This mother, I think, does not want this daughter to be found for some reason, because if the daughter's found and the daughter talks about what happened, there's a lot of hell that could rain down on this mother.
Ann Emerson, is that true? Ann, senior investigative reporter, Criminally Obsessed. Is the mom, Ashlee Buzzard, accused of tearing down missing persons posters?
Absolutely. We've got it on video. Like, she was seen by
there she is. That's word that a mother wouldn't remove from missing persons. I didn't know that yesterday was your birthday. Look at me shutting down the live just talked about. So I'm like, we're going to talk about this. I didn't know you left. I was like, no. So happy birthday, baby girl. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great day. I really do. I put something on the community page too. So I told everyone to go over after the live and comment on it. So we'll be commenting. So don't go look at it right away. Just look at it here in a little bit. But happy birthday. It's today. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Look at us. We didn't miss it. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah, today's the 17th. I thought yesterday was the 17th. Look at me. You're welcome. Happy birthday again. I hope you had a great day. Hope you took yesterday off.
Actually, like a little surveillance camera. It's out there of her going in her front yard, and these are community members who have been extremely concerned. There are plenty of neighbors who have been speaking out about this, and they've been watching this house for a while, and they watched her go in the front yard, see these signs, and start pulling them up out of her yard because, for whatever reason, she didn't feel like they needed to have those signs in front of her yard. Another thing about these neighbors is that they have been watching strange behavior. I mean, I asked, have you seen her? Have you ever seen Melodee in a wig or in a disguise before? And they were like, well, I don't know about the wig, but I do know every time she goes out, she keeps her covered up with a hoodie.
Why?
What?
They live in California. Why? I mean, it gets hot in California. Like that sun, it's dry heat. It's different than humid. Like I live in Ohio, it gets humid out here. It gets gross. It gets sticky and like, ugh. You don't get that feeling out in California. It's like not, it's dry, but you still get really hot. I mean, we were there and it was 116 or 118 degrees or something crazy. I was like, we're getting out of here. Like we couldn't even leave the hotel. It was so hot.
So this has been, this
like 30
behavior
summers
has,
ago.
for whatever reason, if there's a mental health issue, which we've heard a lot about, of course, or some reason that she would feel like she needs to keep her hidden.
Well, I will say this. If she does have mental health issues, I can totally understand why she would have them. I mean, her husband or boyfriend or whoever it was, the father of Melodee was, killed in an accident. That can really ruin a person. I mean, it could kill a person, losing their significant other.
There are definitely signs that have been going on,
that.
according to the neighbors, for more than a minute.
To Rhonda DeCare joining us, Missing in America Network. What now?
Well, we are sponsoring 6 billboards throughout California, Nevada, and Utah in order to help the public know who to look for and who to call if they see her. I have been asking everybody in those communities to print out posters and hang them up so people that aren't watching TV or on social media, so that they know that there is this little girl missing and she possibly was in their communities, and if they saw anything, to contact the authorities. And I have also put it out there that if any businesses want me to send them flyers that they can hand out, that I will mail flyers to anybody along that route or anywhere where it would help to locate her.
Bombshell tonight. Crime Stories now streaming first on Fox 1. That's right. You can now watch all the new episodes of Crime Stories first with Fox 1.
What the hell is Fox 1? Is that different than Fox Nation? Because I still have Fox Nation, you guys. I've had Fox Nation since Nancy Grace worked for Fox Nation. Before we even got a Nancy. And we got Nancy, I think, at 3,000 or 5,000 subscribers. And we're at 23 now. So I need to probably delete or get rid of it, but I'm afraid to, because I'm afraid I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna go over there right now and see if that's what it is. Like, what's the difference between Fox 1 and Fox Nation? I didn't even know she was still working for Fox Nation. I kept it because there's Idaho 4 stuff on there. Is Fox 1 different than Fox? Probably. Fox 1 is an all-in-one streaming service with live and on-demand content, from all major Fox channels. It's a streaming service? Oh, it's like their own streaming service. While Fox Nation is a specialized platform with its own content. Oh, look at that. Okay, so they're two different. So you have to, get them both. Of course you do. I've never either, Lady K. It's a new thing, I guess. It's like a streaming service. Fox 1 announces August 21st launch date and pricing. Oh, let's see what the price is. $24.99 a month. We are not watching Nancy early. I'm just kidding. If I don't know, when I used to get Nancy early, we used to have some huge chats. I know that. Back in the day, we would play a Nancy episode and it'd be popping off in here. I'm like, where'd everybody come from? I mean, because I don't know, Nancy's her own personality. But when Nancy gets it wrong, I make sure we pause it and we're like, now Nancy, you got it wrong, because sometimes she gets it wrong. I think that with her, she covers so many different cases, like a different case each night, which I do that too, and I don't have anyone to help me. But I think that she has like a researcher, right? She probably some young intern that does all of her research for her. And then she might write her own scripts out. I don't even know if she does that though at this point. I mean, she's worth enough to where she doesn't have to probably do any of that. If I ever had a big platform, I don't know how many subscribers she has, 500 and some thousand, I would still fact check all my stuff, all of it, every single piece of it, because I don't like to be wrong. You know what I mean? I don't like to like, give out bad information, like or wrong information. And that like that's like my fear, you know? No, what's with Brian Walsh? Is he going to, did I see he's going to trial? No, I didn't see. Is he going to trial? Oh, it was final pretrial. Oh, he was. We should watch it. I'll have to put a thing up because we went over that case and that case was pretty interesting. Maybe we'll have to go back over that. Look at this too. I broke my phone again today. Like the case that goes over this. I don't know if you could see that. I did it like over. Where did I do it? Right here. You can't really see it. You kind of can. You can see the line through it. So this thing is junk. Okay. I usually have a loopy case. That's what they're called. I'm going to show you guys because you guys, if you don't have one of these, you need it in your life. Like seriously, they better promote me or not promote me, but give me like a whatever for doing this because I'm always like I'm always talking about these cases, but they're really worth it. Okay. So these are loopy cases. See how they have like this little loop on them? See that girl holding that loopy? So you can hold it and it's connected to the phone and it's more down here. Like it's more like right here and it's bigger than this. Obviously you can see the loop. I have them on, I have like 4 cases, but they're from my old phone, like this phone, my iPhone 13. So they don't fit on this phone. But I kept telling Vincent, I'm like, I need to order a loopy case. This thing that you got me is junk. I was like, I love you, but this is junk. It's supposed to be magnetic, like to the MagSafe case. And he got this case through Apple, but this falls off and I'll be holding it and it just falls off on the ground. And I've never dropped my phone with the loopy case. I've never, ever dropped it. You could hold a million things with having that case. So I ordered myself one today. I was like, I was in the parking lot right after I dropped this. I was like, nope, I'm done. I actually have this one, this green one from my old phone. But I got the clear one. I shouldn't have got the clear one. I should have got a different color. I was going to say, yeah, they have like all cute little colors. See, they have all of them. And they're super cute. I love them so much. I've used them on my phone since I had an iPhone 8 Plus. So it's been many years. And I don't know. They work. And I was going to show you guys my pretty flowers. Aren't those pretty? I pulled them up here. They were sitting behind me. I put them together today. They smell good too. They were really cheap. These were only like, the roses were like $6. They're usually 14. And I'm like, they look beautiful. Like there's like they're not wilting or anything. So, I mean, they're doing good. See, Ashley, you could still do the loopy because see, like this phone doesn't, or this case does not cover right here. Your loopy does. Your loopy covers your whole phone. And they drop it from like 8 feet or something. And they'll give you a refund if it breaks, if it cracks, if it scratches or like something that's not like normal wear and tear. They will give you your money back or not, or they'll send you a new one. And it doesn't get rough around the edges. Like this one already has like, I could feel it. I don't know if it's waterproof. You'd have to look that one up. I don't think it's waterproof because it doesn't have like the front. Like the front is just like the glass that you put on it or whatever. But it's like all around this part. It's so good. I'm telling you, they're so good. I've never had a case like them. Never had a case like them. Someone's debit card number in the drive-thru and then paid his own cell bill with it. Like, oh my gosh, Casey. He was just like, I'm just going to use this like 4 times. Yeah. The river. Yeah. You need a waterproof case. I like OtterBoxes. I had an OtterBox. Well, I had an OtterBox, I think, on my phone when I dropped it into the Great Miami, but that wasn't me. That was Vincent that did that. He was holding our technical gear and I was holding the beer. I was holding the most important, I thought. right? Like the heavier. I was holding the heavier load, and I was like, I'll go to, I'll get me in here because I've kayaked before, and I don't think Vincent had. He was doing real good for about 2 seconds. I mean, literally 30 seconds. He was in there 30 seconds. He wasn't even, the rest of the people weren't even in from the van yet in the water. And we were one of the first people down there. And he starts kayaking. He's doing a great job. And there is just like this perfect shot to take a picture of me. I never ask him to take pictures of me ever, ever, ever. But he's like, oh, let me get a picture of you. I'm like, oh yeah, let me turn my kayak around. Well, then I saw this rock and I went to tell him it was huge, like a tree stump or something in there. I don't know what it was. It was just something big. And I was like, Vincent, you're going to hit that. And he hit it and he flipped. And we didn't have a water box with us because they usually sell them at the place I go, but they didn't have any for sale. And I was like, oh, that's not good. Like, or to rent. The iPhone pocket. Is that the one that you hold like right here and you put it around you? Is that what that one is, baby girl? Because I was like making fun of those the other day. I'm like, it's like the old women with their glasses, with the things on their glasses. But it's like for the cell phone now, the cell phone version. I'll get one of those. That'd be kind of cool. It looks like a sock. iPhone pocket. I'm gonna look it up. Probably do need it. Oh, it does look like a sock. Look. Someone could make this for me. Where is Reba? I know she's probably watching on the TV. She could make that. Look, this is just the one that I like saw come up. Like, she does like the crocheting. Look at that little pocket. They want $245. Okay, this is about as dumb as Kim Kardashian's new underwear. If you know, you know, with the hair on it. Wow, 204. Now I want one because it's $245. I'm going to tell Vincent. I'm going to say that I'm going to take the loopy back. I want this. He'll be like, okay, right? He'll be like, okay, that looks cheap. I'll be like, it's $245. He will say, I'll make it for you. You can literally take, this looks like stockings. Okay, these look like little, like the little thick, like stockings you can buy. And then you just sew them at the top. And then you wrap the legs around you and you tie it or something. Or sew it up there. That's what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, Apple has one. What'd you say that for? No, oh, this one's by, I don't know what that one's by. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see the other brands they got. But it looks like this one's really popular. This no, that's not it. Where? I think it's because I put the other one, this part in. Is he Mayak? Is that who the person is that, is it this guy? Hold on. Well, he looks kind of small. I can't blow him up, but I can't. Oh no, this is too much. Up to $230 on this one. Apple to launch iPhone Pocket. Wow. Okay, this one's kind of cute. Okay, I kind of like this one. Oh, why are they going to be so small? I don't want to open up my computer to zoom in, but I will. Let me see. Oops. I got like stuff sitting on top of my computer. Look at this one. It's kind of can't really, like, it's kind of like fuzzy, but I like that one kind of. But I wouldn't. What else do you put in there? Just your phone? Like, I mean, I don't need something from my phone. You know what this reminds me of? Okay, when we used to go to the zoo or Kings Island, and they had those necklaces that you could hold your water bottles in, and you just walk around, water bottles like moving around or your teacup or whatever, but you could have it right there at your dispense. You just like that with your mouth, with the straw, that's just how you did it. That's what that reminds me of. And I think they gave you those for like $5 at Kings Island, Cedar Point or something. Do you get the man with it for $2.45? Do you get the guy? You better get the guy with it for $2.45. Not for me, of course, but I got plenty of character songs. I got you 100 eats. I can't believe this. I'm glad you guys said something before I walked into the store, because I would probably be like, Vincent, I want one. I mean, just because I love Apple stuff. I'm that person, but I wouldn't buy one of these. This is just like, maybe if it was a full-on purse, right? Like if it was like a satchel or something, right? And you could put your phone and your wallet and your keys, maybe, your Stanley or something in there, then I could see $2.45. If I get the guy that I want to refund, baby girl says she'll take the guy. That's so funny. You guys are funny. Man, I can't. Wow. Well, we do. So we have to buy. So if you have a Tesla, you have to, they don't have like regular cup holders. The cup holders are like for Celsius cans or something. I don't know. You cannot fit this. And this is only 30 ounces. I don't do the 40 ounces. This is big enough, right? But you have to buy a special cup holder that goes inside that cup holder for your Stanley. I haven't got one yet. I have to remind Vincent, get me one of them. Can't take my cup nowhere. Take him in the damn phone sock. I'm going to make one. I think I want to make a phone sock. I'm not very good at sewing, but Reba could do a phone sock. Next time she's in chat, we got to remind her. I should email her right now and send her that picture and be like, what can you do? The 20 ounce. I like the 20 ounce. I just don't really, sometimes like I'll get them at like Target or something. They never have the 20 ounce. So I just did the 30 ounce. And like a lot of times for some reason our Dick's, even though they have a huge selection, they never have it. Ooh, I bet you that's cute, baby girl. I have a few. I have a white one, that brown tan one, a blue one, a pink one, a tan one, like another tan one that's like a bottle, and then a black one. I have 6. It's bad. I have 6 like this and 1 bottle, like a water bottle. But I want another water bottle because I really like those. But I use them every day. Every single day. And like if a new color comes out, that's what gets me is like the new color, right? Like that blue came out and I was like, oh, I love that blue, Right, Ladybug? You pay all the money for a car and then you got to get a different cup holder. You have to buy your own floor mats and your own trunk mat. Yeah. I don't know if they give you a front mat, like the front trunk, but you're the same way, baby girl. I like those cups. They're good. I need to stop buying cups. But they're so pretty up on the top shelf when I have them all clean and they're all just sitting up there. And I'm like, actually, I'm just like, that's a problem. I still use my Circle every once in a while. My Circle water bottle that Miss Renee got me. Oh, don't buy one, Casey. You buy one, you're going to want another one. It's like just something about having the cup that matches your outfit. It kind of just makes your day a little brighter. It really does. Hey, princess. It really does. I don't know what it is about the damn cups. Because like, you can do like the Hydro Flask, something like that. They don't leak. These actually leak. I mean, you can't turn these upside down, right? But they do keep your drinks cold or warm all day, all night until the next day. I've had drinks sit in the car on accident, like overnight, and I go out and there's like a big chunk of like ice in there. And I'm just like, oh, could have just drank that. But I like the Hydro Flask. I don't own any, but I've seen people like show how they don't like spill and stuff. And I'm like, those are kind of cute. See, you have some stuff, Ashlee. Yeti tumbler. Those are nice. Mushroom straw covers. I don't have any straw covers. I need to get some. I never can find some cute ones when I'm like at the store. I need to go to I need to look online. I bet you they have some cute ones online. Because like the pool, that's what I want them for. Like when I go to the pool, because I don't want like bugs flying into my drink. Yeah, they last forever. Did you see? Well, the one lady, her car burnt down like to the ground, and her Stanley cup was like just fine, chilling in the car. And so Stanley sent her like a bunch of cups, like a crap ton of cups. I'm like, I need to do that. You can do Amazon. You can even get them on sale. There's a site. Let me tell you what I think it's called Free Finder. Let me tell you what it is. This is a really good site. It's the only one I use. Oh, it's called Free Stuff Finder. They don't find you free things, but they do find you discounted things. So they'll have like Stanley cups for like $15, and you can just like click and it'll be like Amazon, right? But it'll be a certain color, let's say. But you can get some pretty good deals. I get some good deals on using that app. Actually, let's open it and see what it says. So personalized necklace from Zales for $25. We don't want that. Robot vacuum, $59 at Amazon. It's called the Rope Van Nick. Yeah, it's not a name brand, but I mean, it could be. I just don't know the brand. Lash growth serum, $3.99 Amazon. Front door mat, $5.99 at Amazon. Look at this. You gotta go to Amazon. Yeah, they have some stuff on here. Cute stuff. Man, look at that shampoo or Hoover carpet cleaner. This thing looks like one of those like legit ones for $99. It was $249 and now it's $98. Yeah, I need one of those with the white couch in the background, just like me. It's called Free Stuff Finder. So it's an app on your phone, and it just like, yeah, you can just like look for stuff. Like they have little bling cameras on here for $13.99 from Amazon. And so what it does is it just like takes you to the deal, and then sometimes it'll be already on sale, and then they'll give you an extra promo code to put in, and then things get real spicy. It's like it gets real cheap. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about. Look at all these apps I have open. Sheesh. So yeah, at the end of the day, I wanted to tell you that I cracked my phone. I got to get another screen. And I told Vincent by the time we just keep buying these little like screen protectors for this part, I should just get the whole new case. A new battery and critter food. I'm gonna try. I should try that. Let's see. What's today? Monday? I should try that. I should try like go like a whole week. I think I could do it. I got flowers. I got my Nancy. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. The crazy coupon lady does that. Oh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Crazy coupon lady. I'll remember that. Hey, PKC. Yeah, what happened to your battery? We have a BMW, and Vincent didn't program the battery when he put it in. And he's like, all my sensors are going out. I don't know what's wrong with them. So I haven't driven the car. Well, your girl over here, me. I called some guy the other day. I said, I'm going to call the BMW dealership, and I'm going to ask them, if you don't program your battery, could it cause your sensors to malfunction? And he said, absolutely. He said, what? He said, you didn't put a BMW battery in there? I said, no, I did not. He said, that's the problem. So when I get the money to get that BMW battery, I'll be doing that, because hello, it's craziness. That I know that's all it needs. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna fix this without you even knowing. Yes, he didn't do that. He didn't do that, Ashlee. And the guy was like, and the guy was even like, he even said, he's like, BMW especially is really weird about how they make you buy their batteries and put them in. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't buy like an Interstate or whatever brand because they want to get your money or whatever, you know? Yeah. I figured as much, Ashlee. I figured it was just something like that. I don't even want to tell you how long that car's been out there parked. Like 3 years. Something crazy. It's been like 4 years, 5. I don't know. It's been too long. It's like, nah, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna sell it. We're gonna do something. You have to take your front wheel off to put it in. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have an Acura too. Like a TL, I think. Yeah. I like Acura though. I really do. I like the brand. I think I took a picture of it actually because it was like a memory back. It reminded me of something when I was like young. But my first little boyfriend, he had Acuras. He had a couple of them, and I was like, we were 18 to 23 when we dated, you know, and he would always talk about cars. So I know a lot about Acuras and Hondas. So I could always, you know, talk to Vincent about the Acura because I'm like, oh, I know stuff about that car. But I saw it looked like his old car when I was up in Columbus the other day. I still need to post those videos for Brian Schaefer. I got like the video of me walking in and everything. Was in the back seat. Oh my gosh. I remember my parents took their car to Pep Boys one time to get the brakes fixed. This was before I think I was born. And someone stole their seats out of it. My mom was pregnant with me because she said she had to ride. They couldn't afford new seats. Like they were, my mom and dad were poor when they had me. Like when they were pregnant with me, when they had, like right when they had me, they didn't have money, you know? And, my mom told me that she had to ride on like a lawn chair with like her legs like out like this because she said there was like a hole down in the car. I'm like, what? And my dad was sitting on a beer box, like an old beer crate. I'm like, you guys were rolling down the road like that? She's like, yeah, I was pregnant with you too, like 9 months. It's like, oh my goodness. They weren't like that after I was born. They didn't have that car, you know, but I thought that was pretty funny because, you know, when you start out, you start out small. Oh, well, I hope it goes right in, Magamom, and your tire's easy to get off and, you know. That's crazy. Oh, those are nice, Ashlee. Vincent has another car in California. I can't remember what it is. It's a 2-door Mazda. It's like a sportier car. He just has it there. I don't know if he'll ever drive it ever again. It's at his mom's. But yeah, he has it's not a Miata. I wanted a Miata when I was younger. Like I told him that. I was like, I used to love those cars. I thought they were so cute. But it's no, it's bigger. It's like chunkier. You know what I mean? It's like a big car. Like a big sportier car. Like I want to say like maybe not even like a sporty car, maybe like an Altima, but it's a 2-door and they only made a 2-door like 1 year or something. It's something like that. So I think I think that's what it is. Yeah, he did it might have been an RX-8. I don't know if that kind of sounds familiar. I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him tonight. He's probably sleeping on the couch now. He was sleeping by 9:30 last night. It might be the RX-8, yeah. It's a nice car. He used to do like different things for companies, I guess, like brake companies. Like they put their brakes on his car, take pictures and stuff like that. So that was his thing when he was younger, you know, but that was all guys' things. I felt like at a certain age, like my friends were like that. You know, when they were like 18 to in their early 20s, 16 to in their early 20s. I just think I thought they were just so cute. I also wanted an El Camino though. I thought I could fit all of my friends in the back of it. When I was a little girl, I lived in an apartment and across the street they had an El Camino and I thought it was the coolest car I ever seen in my life. I'd still take one. Yeah, the Batmobile. It was a really nice car. I love El Caminos. We need to get one, Ashlee, and fix her up. Like, I mean, I think they're the coolest car ever. Like, ever made. Like, I was like, I wonder if we could put a pole in the back of one of those. That's what I used to think when I was little. And I still think that as an adult. I still want to know. My dad had a 67 Mustang. It was very nice. Very, very nice. Till we wrecked it, of course. Because we wreck cars around here. That's what we do. We hate vehicles. Really, PKC? Is that what he picked you up in? Like for your first date? Be like, that's what got you, huh? The El Camino. They're so cool. Now we gotta get one. What if there's... They need to have something like that where you can like go and drive like old cars. I mean, someone needs to invent that. Like Jay Leno or something, because he has a lot of old cars. It was winter and they were driving up a steep hill, but the car didn't make it and they started rolling backward. It scared them all so much. Oh my gosh. That sounds like something that actually happened to me, Ladybug. I did that as a kid. I'm waiting for the rest of your message. When I was a kid, me and my best friend, her dad had an old car, one of them old metal big cars, you know what I mean? Like it was like a 70s, 60s, 70s model. I don't know. It was very huge, very clunky, very big, right? And we were like 7, maybe 8. Oh, she said, but Grandma said, you're all right. She stuck her foot out. Oh my God. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yes. So we were in the car. We were playing with the radio. I don't know why they were allowing us to do that at 7 years old. My parents weren't. My parents were inside our house. We were over at Cassidy's. I'm blaming it on her. And my mom said that I remember this. Like, I still remember this because it was so traumatic, I think. But it was one of those old cars where you didn't need the key to start it. Or, like you could turn it over. Like at least turn it over. I think you can actually start it without the key. And it was one of those old silver ones, like the knob thing. So she turned it. I remember when we heard the radio come on and we're listening to the radio and we're pushing the different buttons. And she accidentally hit it, the gear shift up here with her arm. Like she hit it with her hand. And my mom said we were on like a decline, like a hill. And my mom and dad were in the house. My mom says she just looks up and she goes, oh my God, Tanya's rolling down the hill. Like just screams it to my dad. And my dad just goes running towards the door. Well, so does my mom. So they're at the front door at the same time. And they both fall out of the front door because they're both running so fast. And my mom ended up spraining her ankle there at the door. My dad goes running. And Cassidy's smart. She jumps out of the car. It's only going like 5 miles per hour. But I'm too scared to jump out. And I remember her saying, there's grass over there. I could get her for that. We're like 40 now. Still scared. I was still scared. So I wouldn't. I'm like screaming. And my dad tried to jump in the car to get it like into gear. And he ended up going down a little bit with us, but he got it into gear. We were good. I mean, he got it into gear and I was okay. But I'm just sitting in the car screaming for my life. But when he jumped in the car, he ended up doing something to his knee or his ankle too. So they both had crutches. I remember that. We didn't hit the brake because we couldn't reach the brake. And we didn't know. We didn't know which one was the brake. We didn't know. We just knew we were 7 years old in a car playing with the radio. And all of a sudden we're going backwards. And I just remember, it was so bad. Like my parents just both ran. And I remember my dad was in a gray sweat outfit. And for some reason, I feel like my mom was in one too. I don't know why they could have been matching. They could have been. I do remember that. He was wearing a gray sweat outfit. But yeah, oh my gosh. We didn't think to hit the brake. We just were car down. And yeah, baby girl, I got these flowers today. Vincent got me these. I picked them out. I picked them out and I said, can I get these? I said, they're really pretty and they're on sale. And he's like, yeah, you can get them. And I'm like, thank you. They were, the roses were on sale for like $6. I think there's 12 of them. I didn't count. I think there's 12. And then the baby's breath was $5 because, it was baby's breath. But yeah, You're laughing now. Yeah, my parents laughed about it afterwards. After the pain wore off on them, They didn't want to kill each other there for a minute, or me. Oh, Tempest, I bet your son's gonna love it. That's why I tell Vincent to keep his BMW, even though it's not worth it really. I'm like, work on it when you're old. Like, that was the car we met in. I don't know. I like driving a stick every once in a while. I'm not very good at putting it into first gear, but after I'm into first, we're good. I just have like a lead foot. I'm not good at like releasing very slowly and putting slowly. I'm too fast and then I stall it. Well, I'm gonna jump off of here. It's been 2 hours. Wow. But I'm gonna wait for Princess to say something to Ladybug because I don't want to. I need she wants to say she wants to say something to Ladybug, and I don't want to shut down the live. Yeah, they're not going to know, Tempest, about manuals. Really, they don't know about telephones, like just a landline. And then if you give them a rotary phone, get out of here with it. I tried it with my nieces and nephews one day. My oldest nephew, he got it, but that's only because that was my grandmother or my mother's phone, his grandmother's phone at one point, and he would play with it as a baby. So it was in her bedroom. It was just like one of those little fancy phones, And my brother has it, and it's in his like hallway. Like as you're like, there's bedrooms and there's like a bathroom, and it's like in the hallway on like a table or something. And every time I see it, I just laugh. But I told my niece couldn't do it at all. She was like she was young, but still, she was like 7 or 8. And then my nephew was like 4, and he looked at it like, yeah, right. The Ford Festiva. Or was it Fiesta? Fiesta or Festiva. I think it went by either name, but yeah, those were little cars. I don't even know what I learned on. It was a truck though. Might have been like a GMC or something. It was a big truck. Oh, that's so sweet, Princess. Okay, Deborah, thank you. Brown Eye Girl, man, I remember those back in the day. They looked like little boots. They did. They looked like little shoes. Little shoes driving. Did you, PKC? My first car, I had nice cars, but I mean, my first car was nice. It was a Grand Cherokee. But then my second car, I got an older car. I gave my mom the Jeep. I got an older car, and I got a Honda Civic. It was a 94. So I went from a 99 Grand Cherokee to a 94. And this was back in like the day. I mean, this is back in like the early 2000s. I say like 2004 I got it, maybe 2003. So it was a few years old, but it was still pretty new. And I had to buy them all. No, my parents didn't buy my cars for me, I wish they did. And then I had a little Chevy Malibu. No, was it a Chevy Malibu? Yeah, it was, I think. It was a 2-door. I think it was a Malibu. Shit, I don't even know. And what did I have after that? Oh, a Honda Civic. A newer one. And then we've had Acuras. We've had all kinds of cars now. BMWs. You had your son in 2004? That's the year I graduated. It was the year I graduated high school. So I would have been 18. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Nancy appreciates it. She's getting a little tired. She's been standing. I made her stand the whole time. I don't give her a seat. Just don't do it. I told Vincent that once she starts to because like right through here, she's starting to like age. Like you can see like her little line a little bit. I said, once she falls apart on me, I'm just going to take her head apart and put it on a popsicle stick. So, and then just hold it. So we'll always have her. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. I might be back in the daytime because Vincent will be working. So I don't think I have anything to do. I thought I had 2 appointments, but that's not till Wednesday. And then I have appointments on Thursday and Friday. But I went to the chiropractor today and I do feel a lot better. So that made me feel good. So thank you guys for being here. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll see you guys all then. Don't forget to hit the like button. Try not to. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're watching on a replay. #replay in the comments. And don't forget to go over and show baby girl some birthday love on the community post. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.